So we just went over the things that you would put in the bottom, very bottom of your pack. Now we're going to go into the mid layer. These are things that you don't need access to until you get to camp, most likely. And we'll start off with things like the camp chair. Now this is kind of a luxury. Some people may not pack this, but I really believe in it. Whether it's a Crazy Creek or one of these Thermarest chairs that you can fold up your Thermarest mattress and kind of put it into this chair. These are the backcountry lazy boys, and they are very nice to have rather than just sitting on the ground or sitting on a log or sitting on a rock. It makes your camp experience so much more enjoyable. Now, if you're backpacking, you can use a foam pad, which is just fine. And they're a little bit more bulkier. You're probably going to have to strap them on the outside. But you can get like a Thermarest mattress, an air mattress. And the nice thing about those is they pack down super small. This is smaller than an Algene. And it's just a great way to go, super comfortable. You definitely need some kind of pad though. You do not want to just sleep on the ground. You'll be so uncomfortable. You'll be miserable. You'll be like the grill on your back. You'll be the gorilla in camp in the morning. So then moving on to cook stoves. Now nowadays we have a lot of these sweet little fast, quick boiling iso propane cook stoves. This one is the MSR igniter. It burns super fast, but again it's a really nice small lightweight unit where you've got the cook pot and then the burner itself fits right inside the cook pot, and you just throw it onto the isopropyl canister, and then that just sits right on top just like that, and boom, you're good to go. Now they still have, and the OAP still rents, some older cook stoves, and one of those, and one of the more popular ones, is the MSR Whisper Light. Now this one requires that you actually carry the stove unit along with a fuel container of white gas, and then it attaches to a little pump, and those are really nice. Although I would have to say it takes a little practice getting used to them and not torching all your eyelashes and eyebrows off. But again, these setups, like the igniter stove, using the fuel canisters, super great way to go. Also, if you use one of these older backpacking stoves, then you have to carry a whole set of pots. And sometimes that's going to be worthwhile, especially if you have like a bigger group where you need to be making more food. This is going to be good for like one or two people. But if you're moving into a bigger sized group, it may be worthwhile to actually bring a bigger set of pots so you can cook enough food for everybody. But again, it's just going to be more weight and more bulk. Then moving on to your eating ware. What you're going to need is you're going to need some kind of container to put your food in. These little fossil plate / bowls are super nice because I can just unsnap it and it's a plate, or I can snap it and it's a bowl. Really awesome, super lightweight. Of course, I highly recommend a titanium spork, because again, boom, it's a fork and a spoon. You only need one, right? Lightening things up. And it also has a little a bottle opener for your libations at the end of the trip. And of course, a mug. Mugs are really nice. It's really great to have warm, hot drinks at night and in the morning when you're out camping. So make sure you bring an insulated mug. And of course, having some kind of fire starter, whether it's lighter, waterproof matches, so on and so forth, and have a few of these stashed in different places in your pack. And then moving on to food. Food, you can go crazy with it. I've seen people pack actually cans of food, of like chili, into the backcountry with them. I kind of discourage that because that's a lot of weight, and then you've got all that tin cans you have to deal with after the fact. One of the big things with leave no trace backpacking is whatever you pack in, you need to pack out. And if you can remove some of the packaging on some of these items that you're carrying into the backcountry with you, the more the better. So a lot of times what I'll do, if it's some noodles that are inside a plastic bag inside a box, I'll remove the box. Maybe I'll rip off the directions for that item, but then I'm going to put that thing in like a Ziploc bag, and then afterwards, hey, I can just put all the trash in the Ziploc bag and it seals up really good. Some things to consider with your meals are, nowadays, there's all these Mountain House, all these dehydrated meals you can buy. These are really nice. All you do is you just add hot water, let them sit, and voila, it's ready to go. And they're pretty good. Another things you can think about are things like Top Ramen, some quick, ready-to-made kind of pastas and rice dishes. Also, macaroni and cheese happens to be a pretty popular one. Another thing is thinking about like your beverages, whether you're bringing, hot cocoa or instant coffee. And then with breakfast, a lot of times I'll just go like with, instant oatmeal or grits or so on and so forth. And all that stuff is super light, and all you have to do is you just have to add hot water. If you like fruit, bring dried fruit. If you like beef jerky, bring beef jerky, bring trail mix, bring granola bars. All those things are, fairly light and not going to take up a bunch of room in your pack.